Hey everybody, ThfityTheresa here. Time for a sales report. This is for the second half of April, April 16th through the 30th. I am pleased to report that I met my goal of selling at least one item per day during that period. I sold a total of 19 items in the second half of April. And that actually helped me exceed my monthly goal. I sold a total of 32 items this month, which exceeds my one sale per day. So officially, April 2016 is when I achieved my goal for 2016 of one sale per day. So I'm still at a deficit for the year as far as I didn't get a full amount of sales in January, February, or March. So as the year progresses, I'm going to have to try and make up that deficit. But for April, I did it. I'm so excited. So really excited to share that with you. I'll go ahead and give you my numbers for people who are only interested in numbers. I'm always more interested in seeing the things that people sold, but if you want to talk numbers, that's okay. For this period, I had 19 items. Cost of goods, $27.76 for the 19 items. I turned that into $217 in sales. That's the selling price on Etsy, not including any fees or shipping or anything like that. I took $27.76 worth of product and turned it into $217 in sales. My profit after fees and everything like that was $177.15. So that's so cool. I'm so excited. So let's show you what I sold. Okay, I'm going to put baby in the corner. Here we go. First item that sold during this period on April 16th is this brass ashtray from the San Antonio World's Fair in 1968. This was purchased by somebody in San Antonio. So I imagine they are either a World's Fair San Antonio collector or they just happen to love San Antonio and wanted a piece of history. This ashtray sold for $15. Next item here is this little tiny Great Grandma's Brag book. It was in a recent haul video not too long ago. This sold here for $14. Sad to say, the person who received it contacted me saying that they didn't realize it was vintage. They didn't realize it was so small, even though I have everything written in the description here of the size of picture that it holds, and that they wanted to return it. So I wrote back to them, more than happy to give you a refund if you return it to me. So far, they haven't returned it, and it's been almost 2 weeks. So we'll see how that goes. Next thing here is this Snoopy Air freshener from, this was from the 80s. I don't think it was originally packaged in 1958, but I could be wrong. Snoopy Air freshener sold for $12. This is a small vintage pin-back button, kind of funny, have a nice grande. So that's a play on words. Obviously, it could also be a euphemism for something, you never know. This cute little pin sold for $5. Then I sold this bell. It is a brass bell in the shape of an apple. There's the little bell ringer thing in there. Nice little piece. I had this in my shop for a long time. There are quite a few brass bells in the shape of apples on Etsy. I probably would never buy one of these again because the market is overrun with them. I decided to finally put this on clearance. It sold for $6. And I think this week is Teachers Appreciation Week or something like that. So maybe somebody got this as a gift. They certainly got it for a good price, $6 for this apple bell. This is a vintage embroidered patch for the Camping Guide magazine. This magazine, I believe, is out of print. I tried to research it and really couldn't find much information on it. But this was a nice patch here, and that patch sold for $7. Next is one of those children's jewelry boxes with the little ballerina in the window, cute little bears and a rabbit here on the box. This box sold for $25. The customer reached out to me. I guess they needed it special for a gift and they really wanted to get it ASAP. I assured them I could ship it to them priority mail, and it reached them in just a couple days, and they gave me excellent feedback, and I'm really glad they were happy with the jewelry box. Be on the lookout, BOLO, for these children's jewelry boxes. They always sell. I can never keep them in my shop for very long. This is a set of French flashcards. These are vocabulary phrases of French flashcards. They were kind of interesting because they did not have anything on the back of the flashcard. It was simply the phrase on the front. So I guess you could write it on the back of what the answer is. This set of flashcards from the 1959, they sold for $20. Then I got this awesome set of playing cards. It really bothers me that Etsy won't allow you to use more than 5 pictures, because I could have taken dozens of pictures of these cards because they were so beautiful. This is a vintage set of playing cards from Russia. The box was very damaged and torn, but it has the Cyrillic lettering on here. Based on this code here, October, we believe that's 1982. I looked into a few other places where I found these Russian playing cards, and they had some dates similar to that. Anyway, so this was a great set of cards. They were really cool. That had Sir George and the Dragon on the front, all this gold filigree. This was all very shiny. The blue and the green and the gold were very shiny. The box was a little torn, but every single card was different. This is just one suit, and if you look at the next suit, it's not going to have the same designs on it. It had different characters for the suit cards, and it had different gold filigree designs on these cards, and every single card was different. Absolutely gorgeous. This set sold for $20. Next item here is vintage Cabbage Patch Kids. This was a sewing pattern. This is another one of those things that I had to put on clearance because it's been around for a while. I've got other Cabbage Patch Kids patterns in my store that are not on clearance because they're more rare. This happens to be one of the ones that's really popular and the market's flooded. I wound up selling this for $3 just to get it out of my store. Then I have this great Seattle Space Needle souvenir pin from the 80s. It has a little thing there, 1980, just a little pin back pin. And the customer just left me feedback for that today. They were really happy with it, and I'm glad. So this sold for, Space Needle pin was $8. Then we got this little wood plaque. This is one of those Thayer illustrated plaques. I've sold quite a few things from that illustrator, Thayer. This wood plaque sold for $12. Another clearance item, 50% off of these VHS tapes from the Beatrix Potter book turned into little cartoons. This was a 100th anniversary set that came out in the 90s. This set, I finally sold them for only $5. They were not getting any bites when I had them at $10. And I really just wanted them out of storage. So those sold for $5. Next we got here is another clearance item. This is the California Raisins on this glass here. I sold that for also $5. That was the 50% off price. This was a clearance item. Okay, the next two items are virtually the same, and they sold to the same customer. In one of my recent haul videos, you might have seen me show you the toothpaste rollers. So here's the little ceramic toothpaste roller, and you get your toothpaste in there and roll it down using the little key. See, it spins in there, and it rolls down your toothpaste, and yeah, you can use all your toothpaste. So there was this one. And then there was this one in blue with a different key on it. Both of these sold to the same customer. I sold them both for $20 each. $20 for this one and $20 for this one. Shipping to Australia. I quoted the customer a lower price for shipping than I probably should have. So I took about a $6 hit on the shipping price because of my error. I'm still having trouble getting used to those international shipping prices. But anyway, still very pleased with this sale. I hope she's happy with both of them. She seemed really excited to find them. You have to look for these because, as you can see, I sold this little tiny ceramic thing for $20. I picked it up at the thrift store for, less than $1. I think it was like 99 cents, but they were both marked down like 50% off. And even the guy at the thrift store didn't know what they were. He asked me at checkout, "What is this?" And I had to explain it to him. People don't know what they are, but the people who do know what they are looking for them, and there are currently none available online. Mine were the last two, and this customer took both of them. So be on the lookout, toothpaste rollers. Next thing here is a set of vintage coasters from the U.S. Virgin Islands. This set of 4 coasters sold for $10. This is a vintage fabric patch. These are called a nominette, which is like the little tag in the back of your shirt that scratches your neck. That's what this thing is. It's not a typical embroidered patch like you would, put on your jacket or your hat or your backpack or whatever. So this is called a nominette. VKT is some sort of European camper society. They've got campgrounds all around Europe that are part of the VKT program. This patch sold for $5. And lastly, I sold a postcard. I recently have put in a whole bunch of vintage linen postcards on my shop. This is my first sale. It's just something I was trying for something new to fill up my shop is postcards. So this one sold for $5. It is of the Columbia River Gorge, which is between Washington and Oregon. And this little point here with this house, this viewpoint would be on the Oregon side, and then these mountains over here would be on the Washington side. So this is a nice little postcard, and again, that sold for $5. So that's it, folks. Those are my sales. That's what I did. If you want the numbers again, it was $27.76. My cost of goods for the 19 items that I showed you today. Translated that into $217 in sales. After fees, after shipping, after cost of goods, my total profit for everything was $177.15. So I'm really excited, and I'm mostly excited that I finally met my goal for 2016. So thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for supporting me, and I will see you again soon. I've got a couple more videos on deck for you coming up real quick. I have a 300 sales video where I sold 300 items. That's another goal that I achieved, and I'll show that to you later. Some of these items you saw today will be in that video, so spoiler alert. Okay guys, talk to you later. Bye.